Peace, peace. This is A and B, African Man Born, on the Culture Speaks, a true hip hop podcast for those who live it. Let's get into it.
I am hip-hop culture, predator to vultures. Rappers getting high, spitting lines, I be sober. Never need an entourage, Pano who holds us down when I come around. Massachusetts soul child, say me in your masu. Knowledge will surpass you. Silly rap crews, walking shady as they move. I am the God man, I be living in the proof.
I'm ready.
I be teaching all the youth on the elements they use. Turn the television off. All the lies got us pruned like an old plum. Government is plotting on our sons, and we disrespect our daughters as we living in the slum.
Peace. Welcome back to the Culture Speaks.
And we stay mad, front and tough. I be calling devils bluffs. Rap vet in my truck, hustling for every buck. I don't deal with luck, I just put in work and build it up. Make decisions like a grown man and play my future rough. For the unity to take it over, gather everyone. This is who I am as I'm representing hip-hop. I will take a stand while I'm representing hip-hop. Gotta be my best as I'm representing hip-hop.
Peace. Welcome back to the Culture Speaks. This is Dr. A and B, African Man Born. All right, this is a true podcast, a true hip hop podcast for those who live it. So, on the first episode, the inaugural episode of the Culture Speaks, we are celebrating the last day of Hip Hop Appreciation Week for 2024. All right, and with that being said, as far as hip hop being at least 49 to 50 years old, we asked this question: is it 1973 or is it 1974? The reason why we talk about this is because there's been a lot of discussion since 2016 about 1973 or 1974. There's been questions from OGs, right, about 1973 and 1974. There's even people saying that it's even older than that as far as hip-hop and its creation. To me, hip-hop, as far as its creation, does not matter when it's created necessarily, but for the sake of accuracy, it does matter. For the sake of historical accuracy, because you don't want people to start changing dates on your culture. You want people to actually be as accurate as possible, especially with the historical references. There is a video, it was about 2 hours long, KRS-One in the Temple of Hip Hop. He breaks down hip hop in a different way this time. He breaks it down, like he talks about it differently this time, where because he updates himself on information, which is what I like about the brother, because what happens is when you're dealing with hip-hop culture and you're dealing with updates and corrections, you want to listen to the people that are talking. You want to listen to all of that, because what happens is it shows that you're elevating yourself and trying to give people the most accurate information. There was a brother that came out, I don't know his name, but he said that, he talked about Herc and not really creating hip hop. That has been a conversation that I've had with some pioneers as well, that Herc didn't create hip hop. There was people that were doing this before him, like DJ Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Grandmaster Flowers, you know what I'm saying? And other names that I can't mention because I don't remember. But this is an ongoing discussion. Is it 1973 or 1974? On later episodes of this show, we will have like an actual discussion with other brothers, particularly the hip hop beyonders, the brotherhood that I'm a part of. And we're going to talk about that as well, not just on this podcast, but on our own podcast, the Be Honest podcast, and I'll give you that information when it comes to me as soon as possible. Right now, we're in the works of putting that podcast together, so therefore you're going to get more hip-hop knowledge by way of multiple sources, not just this podcast, because me, I'm just a figurehead to bring some education to this culture that has been widely distorted for the past 49 years. For one thing, when you look at the Zulu Nation tributes were celebrated, every November 11th and 12th, November 12th, for a specific reason, because something was done on November 12th, 1974. 1973, you're talking about August 11th with the party in Cedric Ave and Cedar Park, right? And that was in the community center for back to school, all right? So that is being widely recognized on August 11th every year as Hip Hop Celebration Day or Hip Hop Appreciation Day. That started in 2021, even though we've been celebrating November 12th for the past 40-something years. A lot of things have happened on as far as the reason why these things are changing. We can get into that on later episodes. So the question that we want to answer, is it 1973 or 1974? Was this culture created then, or was it something that was just recognized on those 2 years, right? Did we recognize that it was hip hop in 1973, or did we recognize that it was called hip hop and it had a culture in 1974, right? When we come back, I'll give you my answer to that. And by all means, look into it, study it, and you can definitely hit us up, and let us know like what you think. African Man Born Productions at gmail.com, where you can email your subjects, you can email your answers and all that other stuff, and even on Facebook, at African Man Born Music, or you can go on Instagram, African_man_born, or you can go on TikTok, African Man Born Music, and you can voice your opinions, about this, and then I'll give you my answer after we take this break. All right? Peace.